Doug, there's this kind of narrative out there a little bit among fans and even some media that the team didn't do enough to retaliate in the second half and everything. And I'm just wondering, the flip side of that is maybe if they did, then they'd be called undisciplined or something. But, what was, in the initial emotional aftermath right after the hit, it's probably understandable that the guys rallied around him. But after that, is it a different era where that doesn't happen, especially when you still have a chance to win the game?
Yeah. No, I definitely appreciate how our team responded. Protecting the quarterback and all of that. Obviously, you hate to see it escalate to where it went. But the second half of the football game too, the officials basically warned both teams it was a no tolerance. It was a zero tolerance, in the second half. So if there was anything that transpired, that player was going to be, ejected as well. So, I thought both teams, played the second half as they should. It was a tough physical football game in the second half, and there wasn't anything that escalated from that hit in the first half.
Savage and Tyson, updates on those guys? Was
Savage ankle, return to play. Should be fine. He'll be day to day. Tyson's the same thing. Tyson will be day to day with his quad, this week.
Logan Cook left the locker room with ice on his left knee.
Yeah, just some soreness. Yeah.
And then a couple of plays when Parker came out. Is he okay?
Yeah. He just fell, kind of face down the one time. I believe on a second down. Kind of landed on his face, shoulder area. But came out, got checked on, went back in. It's fine.
Did you see some really good things out of Mac yesterday, especially under the circumstances where he had no idea he was going to be playing? And then Brian got more involved in the offense yesterday, and of course he was talking more about the ones he dropped than the plays he did make. But Mac and Brian's play, is that encouraging?
Yeah, Mac played well. Got us back in the game, did some really nice things, stood in the pocket, played tough, scrambles, just what you ask as your backup quarterback to do, just run the offense, and he did a nice job. There. I'm sure love to have that throw to BT, back, and just overthrew that one. He had another touchdown, I think, to Parker, kind of threw that high, so he'd love to have those back. And then BT, again, going into the football game, you make a conscious effort to try to get him targets and get the ball in his hands because he could be explosive, and we were able to do that really with him and Parker. But BT's hard on himself. He's gonna remember the one he dropped too. But I think about the ones that we missed. You think about the couple of deep throws that we had opportunities to, again, execute and have some explosives there. But I thought BT played really well. Him and Parker both played really well.
Did the hit that Trevor take exacerbate the shoulder injury at all? Or
No.
So that didn't get any further damage?
No.
That would play into your decision on what to do with him, right?
I mean, you got to take it all into consideration, obviously, and make a smart choice, make a headsy sort of determination with him and his health, and then obviously where we are as a team right now.
How has he responded, Trevor, just to the amount of injuries he's had stacked up the last 2 years? Just responded to having to be in and out, having to fight through all that.
Yeah, I mean he obviously he plays the game in a manner that you can appreciate, right? It's a tough physical sport, and the quarterback position is going to get hit, and he's a mobile guy, and he's going to run, and he was in a position yesterday to protect himself. He was going to slide and get down, and which he did, and but he you have conversations every year like, hey, okay, we got to do a better job of sliding, better job of getting out of bounds. We got to throw the ball away, just live to punt, live to play another down. All those different conversations come up, and but it's you don't like to see it, with your quarterback. The amount of injuries. but at the same time, he bounces right back. He's tough. He's tough mentally. He's tough physically. He does a great job, getting himself ready to go again when the time comes. And he definitely wants to be out there with his teammates.
Is there somebody on the staff who steps up and kind of takes over Coach Mack's duties, or is this kind of a comprehensive effort the rest of the year?
It's a little of both. Right now, first of all, let me just say with Jerry, appreciate what he did with that running back room. Did a great job coming in and getting those guys prepared each week, and wish him nothing but the best. This will be a great opportunity for Jerry, to be a head coach again in college football, and get that program going, and excited to watch him, there. And then internally, Tyler Tettleton, who's been in that room before, we're going to just sort of give him some running back responsibilities. He's coached them a little bit on the side the last couple of years, been in that room, understands what we're doing offensively. So we'll spread it out a little bit, but Tyler will be the main focal point there.
Are you excited about the opportunity for Tyler?
I am. And I think he and Jamel are two guys that, be a great opportunity with the workload and being able to, spread it out and handle that position. Tyler will be the point person in there, but it'll be a good opportunity to, for him these next couple of weeks to really have a position group and coach them and lead those guys.
Do you have a feel on where the guys' heads are after this morning, meeting with them this morning? I mean, going into the game, obviously, the division was still within reach.
Yeah.
And now,
I didn't meet with them today. I gave them all they had to do today was just basically come in and get their lift treatment and all that kind of stuff. I didn't meet with them today. I won't meet with them tomorrow. See them on Wednesday. Just want them to kind of, clear their heads of this one and really let's focus on Tennessee this week and these next 5. But I'll say this after the game. I mean, it's a locker room that's they're hurting, they're disappointed, frustrated, they're scratching their heads like we all are, trying to figure this thing out but it's a resilient group too. They'll bounce back on Wednesday. They'll prepare, for Tennessee, another division game, on the road, all that stuff, and they'll bounce back. So, a couple days here to kind of think about it, put it behind us, and move forward.
If you're getting to go back and watch, Walker Little getting his contract, how do you perform, responding to that deal?
I thought he responded great. Again, Houston has 2 really good edge rushers, and again, I don't think they got near the quarterback. At one time I think they got a hit on Mack, it spun out of a block that Brenton had, but guys are going to make plays like that. But other than that, I thought Walker did an outstanding job yesterday, both in the pass and run game, and excited for him and his family for this opportunity, to have this extension and lock him up for the next several years, but he responded well.
Doug, is there a punishment for Al-Shaair that you think would be appropriate in terms of suspension, X number of games? Is that what would make you and maybe the team feel satisfied that the NFL issued an appropriate measure?
I'm not going to really comment on that. I think the league is going to handle these situations as they come up. I mean, just look at what happened even in college football. Some of these rivalry games and things of that nature over the weekend. It's unfortunate because it escalates to a level that doesn't need to be on the field. And, we hold ourselves to a high regard. We're in the National Football League, defend the shield, all that stuff. And we got to figure out a way as a league, I think, to somehow minimize or at least get these plays out of the game if possible. But it's up to the NFL, obviously the Players Association, to determine what's going to happen. But at the same time, I've got to keep coaching our guys, and Jarian was kicked out of the game as well, so I got to deal with him and have conversation with him. And we just, again, Emotions run high. It's a division game. It's a must-win for us, obviously for them too. Everybody's putting their best foot forward, and it's just it's something you just don't like to see on any. I don't care, the quarterback, running back, it doesn't matter. Receiver, you just don't like to see these types of plays, made in the game.
Do you anticipate any potential further punishment for Jarian?
I don't know. Obviously, I'll look at it and go back and watch everything and make a determination on that. I know the league will step in and fine him and whoever else, we'll probably, get fine letters or whatever. And maybe that's all. Maybe because that's going to be a significant hit, I think, coming down from the NFL. So that might be punishment enough.
Okay, Coach, thank you for the time.